Hey guys, it's Mr. Sebastian back at it again with another weekly demo. And as you guys know, the challenge for this week is for you guys to create a vehicle that will land and collect materials on an asteroid. As you know, NASA wants your help. They need somebody to design a very cool design, right? They want something different. They want something that nobody's ever thought about before, right? And the whole point of this vehicle is to attach itself to an asteroid or land on it, and essentially collect materials that they will later examine in the lab back on Earth, right? So let's get started. The materials you guys will need for my personal take on this week's challenge will include a single pipe cleaner, 2 rubber bands, big popsicle stick, 4 little popsicle sticks, and just about 6 cotton balls. Now you'll also need 4 paper clips. Now I only have 1 here, but we'll get to that later. And trusty tape. Now it doesn't have to be clear tape, as you know, it can be any type of tape you want. This is just the one that I have with me right now. All right, so just going into my design, I don't have the finished prototype right now because I had to take it apart to show you guys how to make it. But essentially, it's all about landing safely, or I mean, there's nobody on it, but landing stably, shock absorption, and actually being able to latch on. So, all right, let's get straight to it. All right, so to start out, you're gonna grab your 4 little popsicle sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your paper clips. Now remember, you need 4 of these. I only have 1 right here. And essentially what you're gonna be making is something that looks like this. So it's just a popsicle stick, some tape, and a slightly bent paper clip. So to start out, this is what it looks like. All right, cool. To start out, you're gonna get your paper clip, and you see the little part that's on the inside. You're just gonna bend it out just like so. So essentially it kind of looks like a foot or a shoe. You know, it looks like this, right? And now next thing you're gonna do is get your tape, get your popsicle stick, and you're gonna attach the little part, right? The little part you just poked out to the back of the popsicle stick, just like so. Easy, just like that, right? You're gonna grab your tape, get yourself a hearty slice of tape. There you go. All right, my tape is actually rolled up, unfortunately. I am going to put that away. I want to make sure my design is as perfect as it can be. All right, so now I'm gonna grab this, just like so. Attach the tape. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is clear tape, supposedly invisible to the naked eye. And just like that, boom, there you go. You have this thing that kind of looks like a foot / a boot. And the next step you're gonna do is actually grab this part of the paper clip that's sticking out, and you're gonna bend it out a little bit. And this is essentially gonna increase stability for the vehicle when it lands or touches down on the asteroid's surface. And there you have it, you have one of these. Now, a pro tip would be to you're gonna need 4 of these, right? But as you can see, 1 is going left, 1 is going right. You're gonna want 2 that go left, 2 that go right. Again, it's not something you need, but it does add a little bit of an advantage when you're later in on the design. And it's as simple as bending the little part towards you instead of away from you. It's easy as that. So essentially, we're gonna need 4 of these, right? Now we have 2. And now the next step is to make something like this, right? We have a big popsicle stick with 2 little small popsicle sticks that have boots. We'll call these boots, right? Or paper clips attached to them. So we're gonna make this, one of these, and it's fairly simple. All you need is a big popsicle stick, and your 2 little popsicle sticks with boots / paper clips attached. Of course, trusty clear tape. You're just gonna tape it right over, and boom. there you have it. You have one attached. Now you just do the same with the other. Real simple, guys. Nothing too complicated. All right. And just like that, we are almost done with our design. Almost. Now, if you see that you guys have air bubbles, you guys can always use another popsicle stick. I actually broke the tape there, so let me redo that. It's okay. The more tape I put on, the stronger it will be, right, guys? All right. Anyways, so this is what it should look like. And now, if you followed the instructions, you should have 2 of these. Now, I only showed you how to make one, but they're identical copies to each other. So just do what I did, but do it twice. All right. And now the next step is to attach these 2, right? So now it's gonna look something like those Star Wars things that walked around and shoot really big lasers, right? I'm pretty sure they were the bad guys, but that's where I got my inspiration from, kind of. But in attaching them, again, I said something earlier. What did I say? I said shock absorption, right? So when these fall, I don't want them falling and bouncing all over the place. I want a little shock absorption. And my way of doing that is to put some cotton balls in between. All right, so essentially where you're gonna attach these, you're gonna put a cotton ball. So one here and one here. And as you remember from last week, I did have this little technique for attaching things with rubber bands. It was the circle and twist, I believe. I actually don't remember exactly what it was, but essentially you just wrap around and twist. That's what it was. All right, and I was having a little trouble with this earlier. All right, so rubber bands are being hard-headed today. Okay. All right, guys, I apologize. I'm struggling a little bit, but just like that. You don't want it super tight. You just want it to hold on and not fall apart while it's falling or while it's trying to hook onto the surface. And what I really like about this design is that the cotton ball adds a little space in between and the rubber band adds a little tension. So now what you can do is something like this. It's almost like a clip, right? It adds a little flexibility. And this can actually turn into a hooking mechanism later. I will show you guys that later though. Now, do the same thing on the other side. Cotton ball in between, just like that. Again. Circle and twist method, guys. Hopefully it works. Okay, there you go. All right. And just like that, you have most of your design done. It should look something like this. And as you can see, when I drop it, it stands up. Now, the thing is, when I drop it from really high, it starts bouncing, right? So this is why we have the last 4 cotton balls that I was talking about. What you're gonna do is put the cotton balls through here. Boom, easy. Now you're gonna do it again. So you're gonna put a cotton ball on each leg. Just make sure not to poke yourself too hard. I mean, the paper clips aren't sharp per se, but I mean, if you stab yourself hard enough, I'm sure it will hurt a little bit. So guys, just be careful with the paper clips. And again, you're just gonna attach these cotton balls, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just as long as they're attached and don't fall off, is all you can really ask for. All right. And as you can see, they don't give too easily, so just be careful. And one of them actually fell off. That's very normal. That happened to me multiple times. All right, so by attaching these cotton balls, I want to absorb even more shock, and hopefully, when I drop it from a higher altitude, you know, it didn't work perfectly, but it didn't bounce up as it did before. Again, guys, that is the whole point of redesigning. You do want to, you know, alter your design so that they work even better than what you can imagine them to. All right, guys, so this is what my final design looks like. I will be tinkering with it throughout the week. And if you guys want to leave any comments, any suggestions on what I can do to make this better, feel free to do so. But yes, guys, this is the final product that I have with me today. All right, guys, you have a wonderful week and stay safe.
Bye-bye.